Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I am so excited because we are doing another foundation wear test. We're going to be trying out the brand new KVD Full Coverage Serum Foundation. I'm going to wear this for over 12 plus hours and I'm really going to put it to the test to see, is it oily skin approved? So you guys want to see my thoughts on all of this? Does it actually work for oily skin? Then definitely keep watching. Okay guys, so I actually really do enjoy doing foundation reviews because I like to wear the foundation all day to really test it against oily skin, because I have showed you guys time and time again, I'm very oily and it's so hard to find a foundation that really caters to really oily skin. So we're going to put this foundation to the test. If you guys remember, about a year ago, KVD came out with their Good Apple Foundation Balm, and it went viral all over TikTok. I reviewed it and it was something by the end of the day. Definitely it was not meant for oily skin. I ended up not really liking the product, so it did get decluttered, but we're going to see if the new one, the Full Coverage Serum Foundation, is a lot better for oily skin. So I actually saw this got launched the other day on Trendtopia. If you guys do not follow, if you guys do not know, Trendtopia and Trend Mood post all the new makeup releases all the time on Instagram, so that's how I'm able to keep up to date with them. I will say that looking on the KVD website, it says that this is coming soon, so it's showing that this isn't launched, but I was able to have early access by going through Trendtopia. So if you guys ever want to go follow them, I'll make sure I link their Instagram accounts down below, because sometimes they allow you to have early access to products that might not be able to be released yet, like the new Natasha Denona Love Face palette. That wasn't supposed to be launched, but people were able to get their hands on it early because it went live on a website for a couple hours before people realized, and they had to take it down. So technically it's not live yet, but people still have it. So I think it's kind of like the same situation for this. So on the website, it looks like this foundation is coming out with 40 shades, which I'm so freaking excited about because it's actually allowing for inclusivity to happen. There's definitely looking to be a range of different skin tones on here and undertones as well, which I'm really grateful for. Okay, so it says, so the Good Apple Serum Foundation is a real mind fuck. Full coverage with a natural finish, transfer-proof extreme long wear with a lightweight serum feel. It covers everything from blemishes to acne scars, hyperpigmentation, discoloration, and more. You've never seen such a natural full coverage like this. Why you need it? It has maximum cover with minimum weight. It is transfer-proof extreme long wear. It has pore blurring natural finish, so it's best for combo to oily skin, but anyone can wear it. It has flexible elastopigments, whatever that means. It has a luxe recyclable glass bottle. It's a versatile modern formula in 40 different shades that play well with whatever you put under and over it. It is non-comedogenic, it's flashback free, it's 100% vegan and cruelty free. So I think it's absolutely incredible that they are putting this on here. And it says how to use it. It says, know your Good Apple Foundation Balm shade. Start there. You may need to try a new shade due to the difference in formulas. Let the Good Apple Serum Foundation dry down to see its true color. It's fully customizable coverage. It says, shake well before each use. Use a sponge to tap the Good Apple onto skin and build up to whatever level coverage you want. Use a dense foundation brush with a buffing motion for more immediate full coverage. So that's actually good to know. You either do one pump for buildable full coverage or 2+ pumps for instant full coverage. And then it says right here, if you have enlarged pores, try pressing Lock-It Pore Refining Primer into the skin before your foundation, focusing on areas where your pores are mostly visible. Got oily areas, lightly dust on the Lock-It setting powder for a blurred, silky, smooth finish. Now, I don't have those two products because I do have my own, but eventually I probably will pick up those products to try out. Now, this foundation actually does retail for $42. I am so excited because we're really going to put this to the test to see if it really is oily proof, transfer proof, long wearing like it says. We're going to really put to the test. Now the shade that I got is the shade the shade Light 012. This is going to be light with the neutral undertones. I could have picked up the one that's medium for light, medium, neutral undertone, but I remember that the balm was a little bit dark on me, so I wanted to go a little bit lighter because hopefully this will work. I mean, if not, later on in the future when I go to wear this again, we'll have to mix it with other foundations. So I hope I got the right shade, but I'm so excited to dive into this. I haven't seen anyone talk about this yet, so I'm really curious to see how well this product is actually going to perform. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, and we are going to get this review started, but I will say this is how the foundation looks. Really cute packaging. Really like that. Nice little glass bottle feel, feels very luxurious. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in and let's get this review started. Okay, so for primers today, I'm actually going to mix the Milk Makeup Pore Eclipsing Mattifying Primer. I'm going to mix it with the One Size Secure the Blur. This is the Makeup Magnet Primer. Both are supposed to be for oily skin, pore refining, all that jazz that they always say. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this. We're really just going to focus mostly on our T-zones where I have the worst issues when it comes to pores and large pores and oily skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take this and rub this in, and hopefully this will be a really good foundation. Here's hoping. I always say the only like primer that I've really found to really minimize the pores is the Tarte smoothing, like timeless smoothing primer. That actually does a really good job at minimizing the appearance of my pores, but like it definitely doesn't do anything for the oil, and it's a silicone base, and I have a lot of aqua base foundations. They tend not to work together. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the Secure the Blur. We're gonna go ahead and place this right on top. Now this does have a little bit of a stickiness to it. Not as much as like the Milk Makeup, but it's definitely very present. So this says to shake up the foundation before applying. I have my damp sponge, and we're gonna go ahead and get this foundation started. So this is how it looks. I'm so excited. I'm gonna do a couple pumps. Oh wow, that's very full coverage. Holy crap, that is full freaking coverage. I think I got the wrong shade though. Oh my gosh, I think I got the wrong. This is insane how full coverage it is, but I really do think I got the wrong freaking shade. Oh no. I still have not like dipped back into my hand yet. This is from one dip into that product, and this still was able to do half my face. That's actually really freaking nice. I look like the freaking mask from Phantom of the Opera. Oh no, y'all, I got the wrong shade, but it did say let it dry down for you to see what the full coverage is, the full color. So we're just gonna blend this down to my neck because I look so pale right now. I will say this is like blending out really easy. I'm not seeing it like clinging on to any patchiness whatsoever. It is laying down so full coverage. It said that you can apply it with like a brush to like stipple it in to get like a full instant full coverage effect. Honestly, this damp beauty sponge is giving that full freaking coverage right away. Like this is really full coverage, and I don't feel it on the skin. Like I'm not feeling it on my skin whatsoever. So this is how it's dried down. So it's kind of drying down to be my skin tone. If you hear beeping noises, I don't know what that is, but this is how it's looking so far. This is very full coverage. I'm actually really impressed with it. I'm not seeing it caking or creasing into any fine lines. It's laying down nicely. I mean, like I can still see my pores. That's not gonna change, but like it's settling nicely into the pores, if that makes like any sense at all. So right now I am impressed with how this is looking, but obviously time is gonna show me how I really feel about this. Okay, so for concealer, I think it's only fitting that we go in with a good Apple concealer. I actually really do enjoy this concealer, although I think this concealer might be just a little bit darker than the just a little bit darker than the foundation, but that is okay. So I'm gonna lay this right here. I hope this foundation oxidizes down just a tad, otherwise I may have gotten a little bit shade too light, but then I feel like if I got the light medium, it would have been like too deep, and I feel like the perfect combination would have been like a mix of the two, but we'll see how well this wears out the day if it does oxidize down, because on my hand it's definitely drying down to be just a tad bit deeper, so I actually do appreciate that, but obviously time is going to tell with these things. Then for setting powder, I'm actually going to mix the Kimchi Puff Pass setting powder with my Nakia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. They're both really good for oily skin, so I really want to give this like as fair of a chance as possible. So I'm going to mix these two together, and I'm going to set my whole face with that. Hopefully, oh my god, this powder just got freaking everywhere. I hate when that happens. I was trying to say before my powder really interrupted me, I'm trying to be like as fair as possible, so I want to make sure that I do everything I can to make this last all day. So I'm gonna use all the products that I know is really good for oily skin. So hopefully we could find a holy grail out of this. I didn't care for the first one because the first one was not meant for me in the slightest. But maybe this one might be. Maybe this one might actually be a new go-to foundation for me. Okay, so now the setting powder set all over the face. It still is looking really good. It looks like it's accepting the powder, and the powder might be like actually like melting into it. So I'm gonna take my setting spray and I'm just going to once over go in with my setting spray. I'm going to use my damp sponge. I am going to use the one size. This is the mattifying primer or mattifying setting spray. I have to tell you guys though, this setting spray, oh my god, it can sometimes burn my eyes. I don't know if it's the ingredients I have in it or what, but I am going in with the damp sponge with it, spraying it on here to really try to lock this in. But there's something about the one size setting spray. It's so heavily scented. It smells like freaking perfume. And it feels like perfume the way the texture is, and it just really can burn my eyes when I first apply it. So that's why I always have to close my eyes when applying this setting spray, because it just like burns my eyes. I don't know if it does it to anybody else, but we just set the face. So now we're gonna go in with some bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the Milani bronzer. This is the shade 01 Silky Matte. This is the Sunlight shade. Smells really good. I'm gonna go in with this because it's like a lighter bronzer that I have. I don't want to be like too vastly different on the skin. So I'm just going to lightly go in with this. All right, then I'm going to go in my favorite blush. This is the Patrick Ta. Oh my god, no, I'm hitting pan on it. It's the Patrick Ta She's Passionate blush, and I'm hitting pan on that. No. I love this blush so much, and I don't think they sell it anymore. I think it's like been discontinued because I can't find it on Sephora's website or Patrick Ta's website. I only see like another shade. I don't see this shade, so I don't know, because this is my favorite freaking blush. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, then I'm just gonna go in with the Jaclyn Cosmetics Ice Highlighter because it's literally just sitting right in front of me. I need to update this drawer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some mascara, finish my lips off camera, and then we're gonna come back to do like a first impressions, followed by the all day wear test. Alrighty guys, and this is the final look, something very easy, very simple to do. So it is currently 9:54 a.m. It is currently 9:54 a.m. and we're going to be wearing this for over 12 hours to see how well it holds up. So far, upon first impression, it looks really freaking nice on the skin. It did actually oxidize down just a tad. Like I kind of left it here in my hand where you guys can see where it does oxidize down just a little bit. So it is kind of turning more into my natural skin tone, which I'm actually really appreciating. So we're going to see how well that which I'm actually really appreciating. But looking upon it at first impressions, my skin looks very soft. It does look my skin looks really soft. It doesn't look blurred. Like I can still visibly see my pores. There's no cure to large pores. It is what it is. You could do things that help to minimize the appearance of it. I do have some products, but I don't want to use the Tarte smoothing unless I really need to. I'm going to use what I know works under a water-based foundation because I want to make sure that everything is cohesive because water and oil do not mix. I just want to make sure they actually work together. So far, I do still see my pores, but they're not like in your face, bam, like they're there, but they do look really soft. I don't see anything really settling too far into the fine lines, except right here, I do have just a tiny bit of missing foundation. So that's something I bet you I can just go in and fix up right there. But like no one's also walking around going, hey, you know what I mean? So it's looking good so far. It's not really settling into the fine lines or it's not really setting into my fine lines or wrinkles on the skin. So we are going to really see how well this foundation holds up. I'm going to be coming in, I'll be doing check-ins multiple times a day. I'll show you guys in natural light and all that to see how well this foundation actually holds up. Is it transfer proof? Is it transfer proof? Is it pore minimizing? It's not. And is it long lasting? Is it really good for oily skin? So I'm going to go ahead and just start my wear test. Okay guys, so I've been wearing this now for over an hour and this is how my skin looks right now. It actually still looks really good. It's holding on really nicely. It did oxidize down very, very beautifully. I'm actually quite impressed with this so far, although it did kind of like disappear right here, but I did try to take a sponge to kind of fix it. And so I think the foundation kind of moved, so maybe it's not as transfer proof as it claims to be, but I will say I am liking it so far. Here we are in the natural light so you guys can get a better feel of what this foundation looks like. I'm still really liking it so far. I think it looks really nice. So yeah, I'll do another check-in in just a little bit, but here we are 1 hour in. This is how the skin looks. Okay, Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 2:48 p.m.
Okay, so it's 2:48 p.m. I've currently been wearing this now for over 5 hours, and this is where we're starting to look right now. So you guys can definitely see I am getting just a tiny bit oily, and it kind of came off right here, but I did have some food, so my lip product kind of smeared down. So I'm wondering if that's kind of why the product moved. But this is what we're looking at right now. We are at 5 hours, and so far she's still looking pretty good. She's still holding on. I'm getting a little foundation separates right there. So 5 hours in, I'm starting to get shiny, and you guys saw me try so hard to make it as mattified as possible, but I'm starting to get a little shiny. So I'll be back in a couple more hours. We'll do like another check-in, I think around the 8-hour mark, followed by like the 12-hour mark, so you guys can really see the difference. But so far I am starting to get oily, but it's still looking good. I'm pretty sure at this point in time, if I took a setting powder or blotting powder or whatnot, I can literally just touch this up and it'll look back to being brand new all over again. This is still salvageable at this point, but whenever I do my foundation reviews, I do not like to touch anything up because I actually want to show how long the foundation actually lasts for. So here we are at the 5-hour mark, so I'll be back. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 7:23 p.m.
Okay, so 7:23 p.m. So I've been wearing this now for officially 10 hours. I was supposed to do an 8-hour check-in, but honestly, I got caught reading, so I forgot to do a 10-hour check-in, but an 8-hour check-in. So we're at the 10-hour mark, and I'm definitely getting pretty oily. You guys can clearly see that I am getting pretty oily, but it's still like not bad. Like my nose is starting to like disappear right here. Definitely getting really oily in the T-zone, but like it's holding on. Like it's not separating. It's holding on really nicely. So far, I'm still really impressed. I'll come back in probably like around 10:30, 11 when I'm at like the 14-hour mark, 13, 14-hour mark. I'll probably come back in to do like a final check-in. But for being at 10 hours, this really isn't bad, especially because like right here down, it's not really oily. Like right here, it's oily. The T-zone, definitely getting oily in my forehead, but like it's not separating. We are officially at the 13.5-hour mark. I'm so tired. I want to go to bed, and I want to take this off for obvious reasons. I want to take this off, but I want to take a moment to like look closely at my face. So clearly we are oily like there's no tomorrow. Super oily. I can't describe it other than we are just very, very oily. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a close-up look at my face. I have dog hair stuck to my face. I don't know if you guys can tell. I have dog hair like right here because of my animals. The blush and the bronzer definitely held up. I definitely don't see any separation on the forehead. I see no separation on the forehead whatsoever. I don't see any separation when it comes to like the cheek side of my face area. I do see missing foundation from like right here and definitely my nose. And then on that side of the face, I don't see any separation. So the only issue I'm seeing is like right here within my eyes. I'm seeing some issues right here, but like I'm not seeing it like anywhere else. Just right there, but I'm not seeing anywhere else. Nose, hello. So yeah, this is how it's looking. I will say, after wearing this foundation for 13 hours, 13.5 hours, it held on very, very well. The fact that it did not, what the hell's on my lip? The fact that it did not separate at all, I think that's fantastic. I mean, because at this point, I can still take maybe some setting powder, mostly can try a blotting paper, my sponge, and try to save this. You can see like where it's really right there with those pores. It's just kind of like wanting to like hang in like, hello, hello there. Like it's just really kind of like settling in those pores right there. So I am actually impressed. I'm impressed. I'm actually pretty impressed with this foundation. It oxidized down beautifully. It was very long lasting. I am very oily, but typically I would never wear a foundation this long. So it is what it is. I'm so used to dealing with oils. So the fact that I'm getting oily, it doesn't really bother me because I'm so used to dealing with it. But it's if I can salvage it, if I can salvage the look, if I can salvage the foundation, then I think it's a pretty good foundation. So the fact that this retails for $42, you get 40 shades in here. I'm impressed. I actually like this foundation. I'm going to keep wearing this foundation. I love the coverage. I think for the first 6 hours, it was absolutely beautiful. After the 6-hour check mark, my oil really started to seep through. And as you guys can see, 13 and a half hours later, it's definitely very present on my face. But we have definitely seen so many other foundation reviews from me where I've gotten even more oilier than this. So this and the oil, I'm happy with it. So KBD, you guys might become my new favorite foundation because you guys are doing a fantastic job at making this long lasting. It's not pore refining. Definitely does transfer just a little bit, but it still looks really beautiful all day. So yeah, I approve. It's oily skin approved. Of course, guys, we have to do one final check, right? One final check through of the tappity, 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 tap. This is just literally my makeup sponge from earlier. I didn't even put anything on it. We're just going to tap into that oil to kind of see. And what I can say is that it still didn't really separate the foundation. It doesn't make it look the best. Like, it does not make it look the best, but it didn't separate. It didn't separate. So I would definitely just go back in at this point if I still wanted to wear it for more than 13 hours. I would just go back in with some setting powder, try to save it just a little bit more. But so far, it's really good. It's really good. I'm impressed. I am impressed. So KVD, you guys made a good foundation. I'm happy with it, and I'm going to keep wearing with it. And I'm going to keep wearing it. So thank you. All right, guys, and that is it for today's video. If you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's Art for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys at your next video. Bye. Hey guys, what's up? No, it does. Now this is just recently. It's so hard to find a friend. And it looks like this foundation is coming out with 40 shades. The shade range looks, it does look like this foundation is coming out with 40 shades, which I think is, okay guys, so on the website, it does look like this foundation is coming out with 40 different shades, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. So there's definitely which I think is absolutely phenomenal. There's a lot of different range of skin tones on here and undertones and whatnot. Now it says that this is a good, okay guys, so on the website, it is, oh my fucking God. Shades, 40 shades. It looks like this foundation is coming out. That's something I definitely want to try out for you guys. Now this foundation, I just want to, all right guys, and that is it for today.